Good morning, my fellow scientists. It is Monday, March 20th, 2017. I want to talk about Utopia. I've got 3 projects in mind that are shared online and that are available. I've put links down below to projects that I think are utopian in scope and attempting to do something really remarkable online on a grand scale. So the first is the Factor E Farm, or open source ecology, popularized by a TED Talk by Marcin Jakubowski. The idea is to make a bunch of open source, freely available farming implements to make sustainable agriculture cheaper and more accessible. And I think that is a utopian project in the sense that there are lots of people who could be freer and have more time if they had tools that allowed them to produce more efficiently. And I think it also makes people and communities more resilient when they can fix and maintain their own implements to create abundance. So, wonderful project. I really respect it. Likewise, Paul Wheaton's Permies.org is a permaculture-oriented community that tries to make sustainable agriculture by permaculture principles, not degrading the soil, planting mostly perennial crops. He started a farm, invited people from his community to come out, the online community, come out and actually work it, and then try to learn from that what is going to work permaculture-wise, what is going to work community-wise for a culture building that. And I think that's also amazing. Finally, there's a project called the Focus Fusion Society that is trying to build a fusion reactor using the dense plasma focus device, which does create fusion, but as per yet does not create enough fusion to break even energy-wise. And they've built an online community to crowdfund their research and development of this reactor. They also have a foundation grant, and they've done some really neat progress in terms of making that device have better and better yield in fusion. And I'm certainly very hopeful that they will produce something that works economically, but in the meantime, their online project has been really fun to follow and really interesting community-wise. So all of these have this in common, right? They all build an online community and they all pull from that to accomplish research and development goals for some great ultimate utopian purpose. Cheap, sustainable power, cheap, sustainable agriculture, permaculture, non-extractive agriculture. And I think that all of them are worthy, but not all of them approach the online presence the same way. And I think one of the things that Permies has done really well is to talk about not just the successes, but the failures. And I wonder if that is effective. I certainly love it. I have loved to follow the successes and the failures of a project that I really respect, because I think the drama of that process is as interesting as just the successes, as just the achievement. But I'm not sure that everyone agrees, and so I think there's a real open question as to how to do real research and development with a community online. How do you share the very difficult and frustrating process with an online community? Whether that community is supporting or involved in the research itself, what is it that drives the engagement and drama? And I'm going to leave that as an open question, because certainly the Allen Lab would love to have people engaged and interested, but it's not clear if that happens by sharing just the successes or the whole story. So stay tuned. We'll keep thinking about it. We'll keep working on it here in the Allen Lab.